Hello there, this is Dave Allen, and today I'm talking to you from the campsite once again. And I went to a magic show last night. And it was a really good magic show actually. I was quite surprised how good it was. It was done in the local town, so you wouldn't expect that it was going to be an international magic show, but there was a woman from Germany that was performing. There was a woman that was from Argentina that was performing. And then there was someone else there who was supposed to be French, but I suspect that perhaps wasn't, and they were just taking the piss out of the French. But still. So the reason we went to this thing in the first place was because an ex-student of Victoria's was performing in the magic show. His name's Josep Marin, and when we've seen him before and in a performance, he was very, very good. And this time was even better, even more professional, if that was possible. And he had a beautiful young assistant who was put into boxes and cut in half and all that sort of thing. And it was an excellent performance, and it was done with style and panache and a certain amount of je ne sais quoi. So I really enjoyed that part of the show. There was another magician who was on there who was okay, he was so-so, his magic tricks were alright, but he just didn't have the flair and so on that Josep had. And some points he just looked a bit shifty really, and it didn't look like he was quite enjoying himself, you know. Although the one trick that he did towards as his finale, as it were, in the first part of his act, is when he had a woman appear on a chair, who I'm sure must be hidden actually within the chair at some point in time before that, because that's the only way she could have appeared there. But it was quite a well done trick anyway. But as I say, he looked a bit shifty. I didn't really think that he was quite up to the standard. The woman that was on first, she was okay. She had a good act and there was good showmanship and everything, but the magic wasn't quite so good, or the tricks or the illusions. But interesting all the same. She was a good performer. Then there was the German woman who was quite tall and good looking, and she was most of her tricks involved around earrings and making them appear and disappear. And then had a trick with a coat which had extra arms in it, and it looked like she had arms all over the place, and it was very well done. I was quite impressed with that. It was well done. So then the one that they finished off with was, I can't remember the name of the act now, I think it was Pater Toot or Tutapat or something like that. And he was basically a guy that was pretending to be a French guy, and he was producing bottles out of thin air. Well, out of tubes really. And these tubes obviously were producing these bottles, and it was an easy trick. You could kind of work out how it was done, but he did it well and did it with flair, and he looked funny and silly and marvellous while he was doing it too, so I quite enjoyed that part of the act there. We said hello to Josep afterwards, and his fans were there and wanted to have pictures taken with him, and he was very gracious and was doing all of that. And we was actually sort of very pleased to see him, and he was very pleased to see the ex-teacher of his, Victoria. So there you go, that was our magic show moment last night. And I'm glad I went to it, because at the beginning, when it was time to go, I was thinking, oh, shan't I? And I was thinking, oh, I'm bloody tired after a hard day at work and everything, and I was going to sit on the couch and go to sleep. But in the end, I was glad that I went, and it was a good show. And that was in Santa Cristina. And one of the reasons why they have these shows is because there is already a house in the Santa Cristina called the Magic House, and there's a guy who's a magician who lives there, and basically he has a show or an exhibition in there that people go in there and see, and so on. And he was doing this as an extension of what he does within the Magic House. And I think he does it every year, and it was very popular. The show was totally sort of sold out, and we only just about managed to get some tickets to get in there. In fact, we weren't able to even sit together. So this is Dave Allen talking to you about magic. Bye bye now.